Guys, we're going to do day 5, and we're going to build some words. We're going to spell words with a long I, so we're building some words. All right, this word is wide. If I change the W to S, I have side. If I change the S to T, I have tide. If I change the D, now this is switching it up. If I change the D to M, now this is tide. If I change the D to M, I have time. If I change the T to an L, I have lime. All right, now what if I change that M to an N? This is lime. If I change the M to an N, I have line. Good. Look at the pictures and describe what the community looks like. Does it look like a happy place? To me, it kind of looks a little bit like downtown Troy, except there's stores and then neighborhoods. Lots of other cities have like neighborhoods right in the middle of town. Look at the pictures at the bottom of the page and describe them to me. They're helpers. Take a minute to look at those helpers and see what you think you know about them. Like, I know that this guy is what? The postman. All right. Why do you think the author wrote Who Works Here? Now remember, we talked about author's purpose. Let's read a little bit and see if we can figure it out. People live and work in this neighborhood. It's such a busy place. Who works in this place? Phil will talk to them. They all like to help us. So it sounds like to me she's giving us information. I mean, it's a good story, but she's giving us information. I help us all stay safe. When you ride your bike, stop and check all ways. I will help you cross. I help stop fires. Fires can be bad. All of us must be safe from fires. Remember, the directional words tell you where you should move or how you should look. So the police officer wants you to do what when you ride your bike? Maybe walk it across the street and look to the what and the what? It says check always, so you should look to the left and to the right. I drop mail in the box. This man will stop and wave and smile. This man likes to chat a while. Look at this man who's chatting. It says, I drop mail in the box. Read that sentence with me. I drop mail in this box. What does a mail carrier bring to people? I'm sorry, I didn't have it on that page. What does a mail carrier bring to people in the neighborhood? Brings mail. And what does a man like to do? He likes to chat a while. Boys and girls, that's an older man. He might not see anybody but that lady. So she's always nice to stop. The mail lady's always nice to stop and visit. I drive this big bus. People can ride this big bus. This bus will stop and pick them up. We don't have, guys, in the city of Troy, we don't have a bus system. Now, if you go to the university, you can ride their buses and they take you all over town. But in bigger cities, they lots of times use buses because there's not a lot of parking. I pick up trash. When it is set out, I will pitch it into the big truck. Today was my trash day. So I put my trash bucket out. Who works where you live? Smile at them like Phil. Look, you'll like them. Where is he? At the what? Library. And boys and girls, we have an awesome public library. If you get the chance to go to it, it's wonderful. It has a great children's section. We said earlier that the author's purpose was to help us to learn. What did we learn from this section? We learned about trash man. We learned about the librarian. We learned about the policeman, the crossing guard. How did the author teach us about people in the community? Guys, the author taught us this way by showing us. Look at all the pictures. He showed us pictures and read about what all these helpers did. See all the helpers? Is this selection fiction or nonfiction? It's nonfiction. It's not fake. It's real. What happens in town after people put their trash out? In our story that I read to you, that was goodness gracious. That was terrible. Nobody picked them up. But in real life, we put the trash out and the trash man picks it up. The garbage man picks it up. Why does the police officer tell people to stop and check both ways? Because you're looking for a what? A car. Because even though they're supposed to stop, sometimes cars don't. How do you use the pictures to help predict the jobs of the workers the text would describe? So guys, we looked at those pictures and they kind of predicted what the people would do. All right, the main idea is what the selection is mainly about. And the details are small bits of information that tell about the main idea. So if you pay attention to the main idea and details, you can understand what the text is about. What's the main idea of who works here? The main idea is about the community helpers that work there. And what are some details that tell about the main idea? Guys, the main idea is a community is full of workers and helpers. And then the supporting details were the information about the fire truck, the information about the mail carrier, the information about the librarian. Those were supporting details. And this is the question that's on the back of your test. Now, we take ours at home. So I don't make you do this one sometimes. We don't do it for a grade, but this is what I want you to be able to do. Look back at page 90 and 91 and write. Write about the jobs of one of the people you see. All right, guys, this is what I want you to do. You'll have paper, and you're going to look back and write. So get out a sheet of paper right now, and I want you to look back at page 90 and 92 in your hardback book. I'm going to read them to you. I help us all stay safe. When you ride your bike, stop and check all ways. I will help you cross. I help stop fires. Fires can be bad. All of us must be safe from fires. Write about one of those jobs. Write about one of those jobs. Get out a sheet of paper and write about one of those jobs. Pause me if you need to. All right, and then we're going to do one more thing before we go for Friday. We're going to talk about special titles. And remember, a title it comes before the name of a person, starts with a capital letter. They are abbreviations, and they end with a period, like Miss Sims, Mrs. Pouncey, Nurse Brenda. Their titles are Mrs., and Nurse, and they're uppercase. And sometimes if they're abbreviated, like these two, they have a period. Remember our high frequency words: people, live, work, who, out. Do you live in Troy? I work at Troy Elementary. Who can help me with this job? There are many people at school. Can we go out and play? All right, have a great weekend.